Hey crew, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer. Hello, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. I recovered from my sickness. I managed to repair my laptop. I am fully functional right at the end of this crazy retrograde in Libra. So at the moment when I'm filming this, I am filming this with the energy of the current end part of the Mercury retrograde in Libra. It's been a doozy for me because I am a Libra ascendant and it happened right conjunct the same degree as my ascendant. So I had to let go of a lot of things, and I'm also welcoming a lot of fresh energy. I'm feeling experimental, I'm feeling playful, and I'm feeling super creative after having had a period of rest and recuperation. So I thought of creating a reading for you guys today because we are under a very specific sky at the moment as our planet is turning away from the sun towards the dark of the cosmos. In the northern hemisphere, especially because the southern hemisphere is now turning towards the sun, I just thought, wow, this is a wonderful time. You guys know as well that around Halloween, the veil between the worlds, between the material, pragmatic world we can touch and see and taste and participate in, that world is slowly being blended into the world of spirits. Yeah, a lot of really eerie things are happening, and we're able to connect much more easily with our ancestors, with our angels, with spiritual forces, right? Mostly because I think the darkness of the cosmos towards which the northern hemisphere is turning has a lot of deep knowledge and deep secrets that we're able to just download from heaven right here in our current 3D incarnation. You guys know that we're made of the same stuff, the same materials that are to be found in the universe, in the cosmos, and stars. So there is no differentiation. It's just our ego here in this material realm that likes to think that we are separate from what is above. But what is above is also within. What is without is also within. So it's a beautiful, beautiful symmetry, a beautiful time in the world at the moment. And I just thought I would give you a glimpse, maybe prepare a tarot and oracle forecast for you 1 year from this moment. So if you're watching this in October 2021 when I'm filming it, then by October 2022 this reading applies to you. However, it is a timeless reading. I am filming it under a specific set of circumstances, astrological, tarot-wise, my own energy at the moment, but it applies to you the moment you stumble upon it through the beautiful laws of serendipity. Okay, you are on a spiritual journey, and especially if you're consuming tarot and oracle readings, you definitely are on a spiritual path. And you know, whenever we make these jumps in our spiritual path, things open up to us. We find new readers, new mentors. We get into a variety of different occult practices as we progress on this beautiful journey of self-discovery and authenticity. So I do hope that this reading helps, that it serves you, that you feel inspired, that it gives you life. This is the intention which I'm creating it. I have here for you a choice of 3 very unique things to choose from, I would say. These are 3 images from one of my favorite magazines ever, National Geographic. I'm such an avid consumer of art magazines, geographical, geological magazines. I just love the natural world, and I love to see it in these gorgeous pictures represented here. So I felt very pulled towards these 3 particular images. They each have a small caption, which I will read to you when you are at your selected pile, because I have a feeling that these words might touch a deep chord within you. I'm not sure why, but I just felt very pulled towards them. So we have here for group 1 this image of a leopard. I'm going to bring it closer to you so that you can have some time to look at it. So this beautiful resting leopard, resting but a little bit aware at the same time, for group 1. For group 2, we have this image of a forest of black coral. So these are corals photographed underwater, beautifully green and yellow. And then we also have here for group 3 this image of a storm. You see this gorgeous road and a storm approaching. Okay, so feel free to allow your eyes to wander towards one of these specific images. If you feel like more than one is speaking to you, that's perfectly fine. Feel free to choose it. There might be some messages regarding maybe career, maybe love. I'm not choosing a specific area to focus on. This is not your love life 1 year from now or your career 1 year from now. I'm opening up the space to see what messages want to come through. I will be reading primarily today with the help of the Affirmators Tarot, which was generously gifted to my channel. And I also have a blend here of the Enchanted Blossoms Oracle. I have here the Angel Prayers Oracle, the Crystals Oracle as well. And I created my own mix of the Elemental Oracle together with the Santa Muerte Oracle. Okay, so let's get to your pile. Hello group 1, welcome to this Daylight Tarot reading. I'm so happy that you're able to join me today for your reading. This is going to be a reading on the topic of your life 1 year from the moment when you stumble upon this video. So I have here the image you were drawn to, this resting leopard that is also a little bit vigilant, kind of like looking behind his shoulder going like, what's happening there? And behind it, there's this image of a tree under the night sky. There is a caption here which I'll read for you because I have a feeling the words from this caption might touch a deep chord, might resonate. There might be a nugget of truth that you're able to pick up from this explanation. Where the tall grass survives, so does night dark, enough to reveal the glittering banner of the Milky Way flung against the sky. Stars wheel above us, seen or not, but if we don't see and treasure the last of the prairie, it may vanish from underfoot. So you're encircled by a world of miracles, but you might not be able to see them at the moment. Maybe because you need to be very focused on your current goals, on your current tasks and responsibilities. But there is this beautiful world around you, covering you, just like the night sky is covering this tree. And I feel that whatever you are working on at the moment has a fair chance of standing the test of time. And I think that this is why you might be having this kind of laser vision, right? These horse blinkers around you, trying to focus on the task at hand, doing the daily grind, because you know that in time, if you do this work, rewards are gonna pour in, material rewards especially. Some of you that chose this group are having your Saturn return, the first or the second potentially, because I do know that I have a wide range of viewers, so I'm really happy about that. Let's see what the tarot has to say regarding your energy 1 year from now. And at the end of this reading, I'm going to pull some oracle cards to see what do you need to do in the present, what affirmations and intentions are important for you to work on in the present in order to usher in this energy of the future. It will come anyway, you know, there is a sense of predestination here, but at the same time, you do have free will, right? So let's see how we can stoke up that inner creative fire, how we can easily help your connection to spirit. Some things are slow in the making. Yes, I have 3 cards here that flipped back into the deck and 2 dropped on the table. And the ones that dropped on the table, they're a little bit feisty. So you got here the 5 of Wands. See these dragonflies, I would assume they are, judging by the span of their wings. They're arguing, right? It's like they took their clubs out and like, no, me first. Competitiveness, right? Arguing with the people in your life. I wanted to say arguing and arguments at the same time. So woof, a lot of energy, kind of like locking horns. The 5 of Wands also speaks about what comes after the 4 of Wands. So it's having that strong foundation from which you can say, I'm gonna defend myself, I'm gonna fight for this, I'm not going to back out and leave whatever I've created to be taken advantage of. So I feel that you're challenged at the moment to step into this fire. to claim whatever it is that is yours. You might be having some issues, I'm hearing, regarding copyright. People might be trying to steal your work. You might be in an environment at work where you're not enjoying yourself. You could be arguing with your partner regarding commitment issues. You could be struggling with your parents as well. Maybe an inheritance is being denied from you. Maybe you're arguing with your siblings over certain heirlooms or objects from your family, or even money problems. There is a feeling here that it's like, people are clenching their jaws and tightening their fists and like maybe blocking one another to teach each other a lesson on social media, and I'm also getting a sense, look at their lips, they're very tight and shut. It's like, I'm giving you the silent treatment. It's almost as a way to punish or socially exclude the other person. So at the moment, I feel that you're in this very fiery, feisty energy. It's motivating you, but at the same time, it's also bringing a lot of conflict in your life. We also have here the Page of Wands. So it's like you want this new, feisty, fiery beginning, but it's somehow not happening, So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to burn some beautiful cleansing white sage. And I'm going to unblock this energy for you. There we go. God bless. So part of the reason why you feel like you're arguing with other people, or why you feel like you should stand your ground, is that people think that you don't have enough experience. And this really triggers you because one part within you feels the same. So you're going to have to work a little bit in the coming period to see your inexperience as beginner's luck, as enthusiasm. You have the enthusiasm that other people have lost. As people grow and develop and work over certain skills that they've been entertaining for years, sometimes, the rut comes in. There's this routine, this daily habit. It's like, you can find something that you love to do or to work on. You can fall in love with a partner and start a family, but it's the daily repetition of seeing them, of going to work, that sometimes can take a toll on your spirit. It's almost as if our spirit is looking for change, is looking for variety, diversity. And some of us, astrologically speaking, need variety more than others. Like if you're an earth sign, you don't really need variety that much. You don't really crave it. You crave control, you crave stability. While if you're an air sign or a fire sign, oh boy, do you need that fun. You need that impetus. You need that diversity, variety, stimulate my mind. So it could be that some of you that chose this group are fire dominant, or you're really working strongly with the energy in your astrological chart that is mostly fire. So let's say you have a Venus in Sagittarius, or Jupiter in Aries, or a Moon in Leo, and you're really in that energy rather than the energy of other parts of your birth chart. Because sometimes we tend to feel more comfortable with a certain kind of astrological energy in our chart rather than other parts of it. So hopefully right now, and I am feeling this fire, this fire coming through for you, hopefully this is going to really help you. Okay, let me show you the other 3 cards that I have here for you. 1 year from now, you're going to go through this massive rebuilding of your foundation. I feel that whatever you're working on at the moment, it's going to build up. It's going to build up towards this Tower moment. We have here the 9 of Wands, and we also have here the 2 of Cups. Oh my goodness. So I love to see the 2 of Cards in the final position. This tells me that all of the arguments, the conflicts, the effort is paradoxically not going to lead you towards more material rewards. I don't see any earth or coin cards here. It's going to lead you towards partnership. So indeed, for those of you that chose this group, you could be arguing at the moment. You might be going on dates and finding out that people are a little bit, crummy with you, They're giving you only crumbs. They only want non-committal, like fun, a romp in the hay, And then they drop you. Like I'm hearing like a wet rag. Oh, that's so disrespectful. So I'm getting a sense that for the majority of you, there are two groups here that are detaching as I'm reading the energy right now. You're really working hard on your material rewards and success, and the reward is actually going to come from an emotional point of view. Paradoxically, you might not have expected this. That might be the Tower. It's like you're working really hard on building your career, and actually the reward that is coming 1 year from now is you're gonna fall in love. You're gonna meet a partner. You are, depending on the stage of the relationship, if you're single as a Pringle, you're gonna meet someone and fall in love. If you are already in a connection and it has been tested, you're gonna have that really intense heart to heart that's gonna lead you towards, okay, I want to do this with you, let's commit already, let's start our own family. For others of you, this will be a pregnancy. Okay, so there is a feeling here of, wow, I'm doubling myself. And this usually happens when we give birth, right? Or when we have a child. So there is the feeling here that, yeah, I do see a lot of strife, there is this period that you have to endure a little bit, a lot of wands energy. But at the same time, it's not to say that the whole year from this moment until next year, until you have this Tower moment, right? This discharge of energy that leads to love, equality, balance, and a sense of harmony between you and your coworkers, between you and your partner, between you and your family members. It's not to say that you're not going to have fun, because it's one's energy. So you're going to be doing a lot in the next year. This is a year of action for you. And if you've been feeling a little bit like you're frustrated, like you can't act, I feel that in the next year you'll be acting a lot, and there will be moments of fun, and there will be moments when you're just going to have to hold your ground. Yeah, Nine of Wands is that card of, I need to stick where I am and defend myself, and I'm going to do it with a lot of fun and humor and enthusiasm, and I'm going to win because I'm incredibly confident in the goals that I set myself to achieve and in the fact that I will actually accomplish them. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. So there is a feeling here of excitement and conflict, arguments and confidence, There's also a feeling of my way or the highway. A lot of you will surprise yourself. You're going to be very feisty in the next year. And I love to see this. I just love to see that this blowing up of a situation that was no longer tenable is leading you to true love, to soulmating, to partnership. Seahorses, they mate for life. And there's another beautiful thing. Seahorses, the father takes care of the babies, So there might be an issue here where if you're a progressive individual and you're like really into this whole, you're trying to break through this traditional paradigm, the woman takes care of the baby and sacrifices her career, the man is the provider and is the one that brings home the bacon, I feel like a lot of you are like, this isn't my truth, this isn't my reality. A lot of you could actually even be gender transitioning, you could have a variety of different sexual tastes, you could be bisexual, you could be trans, and you're like, this traditional paradigm is BS, it's not applicable to who I am and what I'm doing with my life. So this could be why you're arguing with a lot of people at the moment, and it is under the influence of the sky, the astrological transits in 2021, which are marked by the squares between Saturn, tradition, time, karma, effort, the old grandfather of the zodiac, and Uranus, the rebel, the one that is fighting for a good cause, almost like a Joan of Arc kind of energy. I believe in what I feel is right, and I'm going to fight until I can't find anymore. Fight. You're seeking something as well. Yeah, in this fight, you're seeking something. And sometimes you feel triggered because you're still in the process of truly believing in what it is that you're feeling. And that's the reward that's coming. 1 year from now, you're gonna look back and be like, I survived, You're gonna dust yourself off the ground. You're gonna understand that there's no need for conflict in my life anymore, because I am accepting myself fully. And because you're accepting yourself fully, because you're no longer triggered by what other people think about you, you're gonna find true love. You're gonna meet another person that will reflect this light that you chose to share with the world. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So it's exciting. You're not gonna be bored. 1 year from now, you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, oh, wow, what a year, right? I survived. But you're also like, it's like you're a catalyst in other people's lives. You know, these conflicts, they're generative of a new life, you know. A lot of the birth of a new star or of a planet in the cosmos happens with a violent impact, you know, a comet hitting another planet, or, you know, creating that disk, creating that okay, I'm not gonna get into all of these cosmic terms, but it's creating a lot of like energy, a lot of heat. And through that heat, through that energy, through that, you know, particles that are blending, melting into each other, this new thing emerges, right? A new star, a new planet. It's, you know, conflict is not something that we enjoy in life, but it has its purpose. And it is a lot about stoking you up. It is a lot about charging you from within with energy, with vitality. A lot of people actively seek conflict in their life in order to feel more alive. I don't think that this is you, but I feel that the universe is creating these conditions for you so that you can break through, push through into this new version of yourself that will be emotionally fulfilled, harmonious, and happy. But it's almost as if you cannot have that on the current foundation. So in this year, you might be awakening to what is no longer working in your career, in your living situation, in your romantic connections, and you're breaking this down. This is what the thunder that you see here is happening. It's almost like Zeus or Thor, you know, with their great lightning bolt energy. It's like, no longer shall you suffer. Let's break this foundation, this stagnant stability that is, I'm hearing like, it's choking you up, you know, it's not helping you grow. And as they're doing this, as these universal cosmic astrological forces are playing their hand in your life, you might be feeling a little bit unstable. You might be feeling like, oh, this conflict, this fear inside of you might be projected outwards, but hold fast, okay? Don't give up, hold your ground, because you are coming into this bright, beautiful new beginning. Yeah, Jiminy Cricket here. Ah, oh, so beautiful. There will be fun, there will be celebration, there will be love. Yeah, 1 year from now. Let's see what the oracle cards are saying as well. So what is the energy coming into group 1's life? Come, Spirit, come. So, show us, please show us what is coming for group 1. A party. So, you're growing through wisdom. You're acquiring so much wisdom. You're transforming pain into knowledge. You're growing up. These are the growing pains. Yeah? Appreciation. You're gonna be bathing in gratitude next year. God, I feel like you're gonna walk down the streets. You're gonna have all your hallelujahs ready, you know, like you might not need to say them out loud. You can just go like smile on the inside, you know, internally just thanking Spirit for everything that you have acquired. So hold tight, okay? Affection. So this is doubling up on this beautiful 2 of Cups message here. Look at this. Look how beautiful. And then, yes, of course, yeah, the cactus, endurance. You're like a cactus in the desert at the moment. And then you're gonna bloom. You're gonna be really juicy next year. I'm sorry if that image was too graphic, but I just, for lack of better words, this is kind of what I see. An opening, opportunities, beautiful things. Let's see. Further indication. Yeah. Rain, fecundity. So at the moment, you're like a seed that is germinating underground, ready to burst forth. You're bursting forth into life. You're basically finding out who it is you are, finding out what you want to stand for, and then you're going to have to go through a period of enduring other people's opinions about you. And then ultimately, if you stand true to yourself and you pass that test, this is your reward: affection, true love, soulmating, because you decided to be yourself fully, 100%. You know, no regrets, no apologies. This is who I am. And this is the reward you're getting, yeah? One more card, please. Yeah, you got the Santa Muerte card. Yeah, so this is about closing one cycle, beginning another one. Yeah, this is the Death card. It's beautiful because I am filming this right in the middle of October 2021. Although this reading is timeless, this is the energy with which I'm creating this reading. So it's wonderful to see this. This is Scorpio energy to me, you know, for lack of better words. This is to me Pluto Scorpio energy. The skeleton, the scythe, these are all elements of that no BS approach that Scorpios have in their life. You know, it's like, tell me the truth. Let's get down to it. You know, what is authentic in this situation? You know, that intimidating gaze that pierces through everything because they want to find out the truth and nothing but the truth. And there is this, yeah, it's like a part of you is, it's like you're how should I say it? It's this, I feel like you're in the process of becoming. I feel like you're finding the words. It's like you're changing the way you speak. You might be changing the way you look. It's like you're coming out of a costume, and it's like the, you know, like the larvae in the pupae, right before it transforms into a butterfly, and it's yucky and sticky and it's struggling to come out. And that's why your mind, your internal conflict is like, what am I becoming? I don't know, but I need to become, and I need to do it right now. And it's gonna be a process. It's not gonna happen overnight, and it might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but ultimately it's leading you towards you living the life you always wanted to live. So it's worth it. This uncomfortable in-between period, it's really worth it. And trust me, I have a very strong Pluto and Scorpio in the first house. I died and came back to life several times in my life, and it was worth it. Each moment and each disease, each setback, each moment when I felt crushed and abandoned or betrayed by the people I loved the most in my life, were just showing me how strong I am from within and how I am the master of my own destiny, or I can work in collaboration with Spirit to fulfill the things that are already predestined in my chart. However you choose to see that. So I see here with Osario Familia, 1987. Some of you could be born in 1987, so you're colleagues with me in the same year. I'm born in 1987. This could be something regarding family transformations. It's like you might be struggling at the moment with your family members, and by next year you will have created your own family. Yeah, so take these messages as they apply to your current circumstances. For those of you that resonated more strongly with the career situation, you're going to be in a new environment, one that will allow you to be more creative, to do something spiritual. Cups energy, you know, an environment that won't be so strict. You might be having looser deadlines. You might be able to tap into your emotions more, doing something creative, artistic, feeling like your soul is enriched by your work. What kind of things do you need to say to yourself or do in this period in order to usher in this energy? It's beautiful, and you're more than capable of handling this energy. I'm telling you now, you know, don't doubt. Allow this process to take place. So let's see. So, new beginning. There you go. So the cards are speaking to each other. Santa Muerte, new beginning. Yeah, something has to die for something else to come back to life or to emerge into life. Thank you, angels, for opening up the doors to change. I am ready. This is your affirmation, okay? Come back to this video, you know, timestamp it, bookmark it, whatever you want to do. And it's just coming to this. No, actually, I will timestamp it, so you don't have to do that. But, you know, Save it for a future reference point. Whenever you feel like you want to give up, don't give up. Remember the Nine of Wands and the fact that this is happening for you. Yeah, so you're ready. Then we also have here, balance. Yeah, Libra energy came through. Your affirmation is, thank you, angels, for bringing my life into balance. That's why the Tower is here. The Tower is not meant to punish you. Spirit is never punishing you. It sees that you are suffering at the moment. It sees how incomplete you are. You're not yet in this Two of Cups. This is coming at the end of this period, next year, 1 year from now, yeah? So in order for you to reach there, you're going to have to struggle a little bit in your current circumstances because they are not currently built on the foundation that you need to stand on. You're going to have to build this foundation yourself. And the fire speaks about energy, vitality, getting a move on, no longer procrastinating, doing things, starting somewhere. Even if you don't know where to start, just start. You know, that's the energy that I feel like you need to embody. And then finally, I have here for you, the crystal that can help you the most in this transitional period is the Herkimer diamond. And it says here, Herkimer diamonds are not in fact diamonds. They are far more attainable, extra hard, clear quartz beauties with their own alluring energetic properties. I just laughed at that because I have such a dirty mind, guys. Found in New York's Mohawk Valley, the clarity and two naturally faceted ends, double termination of Herkimers, earned them their diamond moniker. So it's not a real diamond, but it is something that is clear, attainable, alluring, and hard. You know, you're learning how to develop inner strength in this year. So when to use it? When you're reaching for clearer than ever through spirituality, therapy, or healing work, brush off all those unwanted vibes with Herkimer diamond. Your affirmation is power wash your energy. Yeah. On this note, I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you want to book a reading with me, everything is linked in the box below. You have links to everything you want to know, to the decks I am using, to my twin flame novel. Whoa! Are some of you going to win a Nobel next year? What? Wow, fantastic. I don't know. This just came through, blurted out from me. So all the links to everything you might need in order to connect with me are in the description box below. And I hope to see you in my next one. Ciao! Hey group 2, hello my loves. Welcome to your reading on your life 1 year from now. I'm really excited to see what messages come through for you today. This is for those of you that were drawn to this coral image. I'm going to read you as well the caption that I see here before I dive into your tarot and oracle cards. So let's see. I have a feeling that this might resonate. It might inspire you. Who knows? There might be a nugget of truth in this caption here. So, a forest of black coral, which can live 300 years, grows in Wet Jacket Arm Reserve. New Zealand's reserves offer a benchmark of such wonders, a way to gauge change in the ocean, says Bill Ballantyne, a biologist who champions reserves. Quote, "We could learn what was natural instead of just imagining it," end quote. So I'm getting a sense that some of you might actually, a couple of messages. You might travel to New Zealand in the next year, or you might meet a person from New Zealand in the next year. You might relocate. If you are currently living in New Zealand, you might travel across the ocean to live someplace else. I'm also feeling that with the coral here, right? Corals are quite tough, but also they're brittle, right? So they can be easily broken, even though they are strong enough to, you know, develop these structures. A reef is a really beautiful work of natural creation, right? But at the same time, it can be easily destroyed by pollution, by underwater earthquakes, all sorts of things that happen, maybe even fish bumping into it or trying to fish within it. So there is a feeling here that you've been holding on quite strong. And I don't know why, but I keep hearing these snaps outside, right? Almost like crackers or fireworks exploding. there has been a situation where you had to deal with a lot of duress. You were placed under duress, a lot of things coming at you, a lot of unexpected circumstances. You had to deal with them as best as you could. And while you endured, you're also feeling a little bit vulnerable at the moment. This is the energy that I'm picking up on. However, I do feel that while emotionally or physically you might be feeling a little bit vulnerable, I do feel that you're quite abundant, you're quite creative. I feel like in this period, you are not that strongly affected by the economic concerns that other people are having at the moment in the world. This green energy, heart energy, right? It's like you grew by leaps and bounds emotionally as you were tested by everything in your environment. So let's see right now, what is the energy 1 year from now with this current awareness? I'm going to be using the Affirmators Tarot to live shuffle some cards for you. Spirit, for my beautiful group too. A year from now. Yes. So interesting, because we got one's energy in group 1 as well. Holding your fort. Standing tough, resilient, stoic. I feel like you're a person that is so enthusiastic, but it's like there's one thing after another being thrown at you. You could have been hexed, you could have been cursed, and it doesn't have to be on a spiritual level. It could just be like people were just mean to you and wanted to attack you. Maybe you had to deal with cyberbullying. Maybe you had to deal with really difficult coworkers or some very strange power dynamics in your workplace. I feel that maybe family members might have been critical with you, you know. You just like, you were using the stick and kind of like, I'm getting that motion, you know, like constantly having to fight and row and elbow your way through the situation. It's like, I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna get up and get going, even if this is hard. Oof, I can feel this energy. Yeah, God, what is our poor, bruised and wounded collective? But that's the thing, we are not poor, we are incredibly strong, and this is a testament to such strength that you developed throughout time. 7, the number of spiritual challenges. Life path 7s don't have an easy incarnation usually. They are being tested constantly, and they have to go within to reflect on what has happened to them in their lives so far. So you could be a life path 7, born on the 7, the day, the month, 7 weeks from now. I have a feeling you might be going through another challenge, but fear not, my love, fear not, right? And Queen of Cups, you are such an amazing empath. You are a person that is beautiful within and without, and people see this about you. And while others may challenge you due to envy, their own unprocessed wounds, their own projections, you know, a lot of people that are deeply wounded, they want to escape themselves. They're not comfortable living in their bodies, living with their memories. So they tend to kind of blurt them out onto everyone around them, trying to create this energetic mess, this dark debris around them that sucks everyone in. Usually these people are called by other people chaos addicts, yeah? It's like the pain I'm feeling within, I want to drag everyone in. I'm not going to deal with it. I'm going to place it on the person working at the supermarket counter, my teacher, my partner, my own family. I'm going to dissociate the blame. So you might have had to deal with such individuals. And in time, you grew into your intuition, your empathy, your tendrils, your sensitivity expanded. And you're like, this is not my burden to carry. So it's like you're somehow, it's like you processed so much on an emotional level that you reached this queenly level. And you could be a man, you know. A lot of the men that are listening to my readings on this channel are very strongly connected to their anima, to that inner divine feminine archetype within them. They're very intuitive men that do not run away or shy away from their maternal energy. So there is a feeling here that no matter your gender, no matter your background, you had to put up a good fight, and eventually you're coming up the winner. You're coming up with such beauty in your eyes, in your skin, in the way you speak. People see that you've been through so much, and it's like, it's admirable. There you go. And you had some crackers exploding to confirm that. So I feel like the universe really wants you to understand that your vulnerability is your strength, your sensitivity is something really valuable, and you do not need to change for anyone. And I feel like you know that. Now you know. After everything you've been through, now you know, I don't need to change, you know? All I need to do is endure. The Two of Swords, an anxious in-between, barricading yourself, taking some time off away from the world, but waiting. You're waiting for news, good news, hopeful news. And it's coming. 8 of Wands, yeah. So in the next year, there will be periods where you're going to really start to enjoy the emotional aspects of life. And you're going to grow into understanding that I master them. When a person comes at me with anger, I'm able to deflect that. It's almost like you're becoming a spiritual guru, like a Shaolin master. You know, you're able to deflect other people's energy by mirroring back to them. And you're standing so calm and peaceful through all of this. So beautiful. But at the same time, you know, this mermaid-like quality, you do need these periods of retreat. Retreat from the fight, of enclosure, creating a smoke screen around you. Mystery will be your protector. So there will be periods in the next year when there might be some communications that are left hanging. You don't know what's coming up. So you're going to have to trust your gut. And as you're trusting your gut, and for example, you want to buy a house, but things are pending, and you're like, why are things pending? Something is telling me that the people I'm working with might not be trustworthy. And then you find out later on that the message was not coming through because somebody was keeping something important away from you. And by that time, you already have pulled back your resources because you decided this person is not to be trusted. You are going to think very quickly on your feet. Emotions and actions are going to be the things that save you next year. Not communication, not chit-chat. Yeah. I think that you're going to be the primary receiver of this energy that we're going to be having in the next months. Jupiter in Pisces conjunct Neptune in Pisces from December 2021 for 1 year. Jupiter, the god of luck and growth, is entering one of the most intuitive, emotional, spiritual signs, Pisces. It's also one of the messiest signs as well. So within this mess, you're going to be able to navigate, to float. You're going to flow and float. Knight of Swords. And I think that primarily you might need to be dealing with a person that is lower than you, younger. Maybe from, yeah, I'm getting like, this could be a subaltern. So for example, somebody that you work with and you're in a managerial position or a teacher-like position, a mentor-like position. And this is going to be an individual that will try to challenge you at every step of the way. And primarily this is because this person comes from a very mental place and you're, like I said, the Shaolin emotional guru. So I know I'm using big words, but it's only because I want to infuse this reading with a little bit of humor. As you can see from the Affirmators Tarot here, right? These fun, playful images. Because a lot of you are dealing with pretty rough energies. Yeah. So, moments when you need to wait and you don't know what you can rely on. Moments created by potentially a younger male that might challenge you. This can be somebody that you're crushing on, you're trying to get into a relationship with, but you never know on what ground you stand with this individual. And then they might quickly come into your life, right? Act very quickly, but then dismiss you verbally. So they might be doing one thing physically, and then communicatively, they might be saying something completely different. They might love to hug you, kiss you, make love to you. This can be a very passionate fling, and you're gonna want to transform it into a relationship because you're naturally empathetic and kind and a beautiful being. But this person has some growing up to do. For some of you, you might be dealing with this energy at the moment, and that's why the defensiveness. And if this is a work situation, you can be the manager, a teacher, a counselor, somebody in a position of authority. So you might receive a promotion. If you don't find yourself in a position of authority, this is coming for you based on such good people skills, such great capacity to care for the people in your environment. Somebody, a higher up, is going to notice this and put you up, level you up. And this might irk an individual that thinks that they are the bee's knees, because they think that they can get ahead in life only by using their logical skills, their communication, their suave sense of style, you know. But it takes heart to reach a true leadership position. And you know this. You've worked through this. This might even be a conflict between a young, brash male and a woman in a position of power. There might be this gendered conflict. There might be some arguments regarding how much the other person earns. This person might feel emasculated by your power, and they might not realize that you got there through hard work and dedication and feeling with other people. So take it as it applies. It could be a romantic connection, and it could be a workplace situation. And the majority of you that chose this pile could be water signs primarily, and you might be needing to have these conflicts with an air individual. Yeah, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But there will be moments of celebrations, moments of just having fun throughout this year. You know, your year is not gonna be marked only by this conflict. It's just pondering. I feel that watching and waiting what's going to happen is going to work in your favor. I'm surprised the High Priestess didn't arrive here. Let's see what the Oracle cards are saying as well. What is this energy coming through? What is this energy coming through for group 2? Action. Walking away, moving, taking a different approach, a new perspective, packing your bags and leaving. So if you're being challenged at the moment by an individual, if you're in a working environment that you do not enjoy it, I see you being bold, making big moves, and just deciding, you know what, this is beneath me. Bye. You know, I'm taking my card, I'm taking my guitar, and I'm going to serenade someone else. Yeah. So you're doing a power move in the next year. And even though a part of you might still look back, you might be feeling nostalgic, I feel that this is important in your spiritual development. I feel that you're going towards something, like you're establishing roots someplace else. Because look, the other card is water, creation. Some of you want to become parents, and you're understanding that if you resonated more with the romantic connection description, it's like, I cannot have a child with this person because this person is a child to you. You know, they can be perceived differently by other people, but there's just the energy. Maybe it's some astrological aspects in each other's charts. The synastry between the two of you might not be working, you know. And this person was put on your path karmically to challenge you, to help you grow, and to help you make this decision. This person is doing you a favor by challenging you. I know it sounds weird, but this person is doing you a favor by challenging you because it's pushing you into action. If you've been too passive, if you've been allowing other people to fight your battles, although I don't really see it here because we started off with the 7 of Wands. You're very capable of fighting your own fights. But maybe you're thinking like, I need to fight for this connection. I need to fight for this job. When in reality, you would be much better off letting it go. And that's why I felt this energy of Jupiter conjunct Neptune in Pisces. Pisces is a lot about surrender. It's like, I give up, I surrender, I trust. You know, what's going to happen if I let this go? Let's see, let's experiment a bit. And you're going to do it with a sense of relief, not with, oh my God, I'm giving up, I'm a loser. No, it's true strength when you surrender. People that surrender are the ones with true strength, because when you give something up that you've invested a lot of time and energy and effort into, then you're gonna have to have loads of trust that something beautiful will open up, or there will be a reward, or there will be a continuation. And if you're able to summon up that trust, that's strength. So you will have a lot of beautiful dreams in the next year. You'll feel so inspired. And you're going to want to act on these things. You might take up an artistic hobby. You might start divinating. You might be into spirituality, the occult. You might start praying. You might start swimming to take care of your physical body. Drinking more water. Just hydrating yourself, your environment. You might create a garden. You might get an aquarium. There's this feeling that you're introducing so much water energy. You could be connecting with water deities. Mama Kocha, for example, right? Yeah, there's... You're also seeking your own peace, because I feel that a lot of you will be nesting in the next year, because I feel like you're wanting to create something. You want to, have your own space of stillness where nobody's attacking you, where you don't have to defend yourself because you need to create, to work on a project. This could be a PhD, writing a book, preparing a creative project. Maybe you're working on release of a new brand, the release of a program, a game, or you're just like, I need some space for myself. I've been through too much. I need to take care of myself. I need to heal. You might undergo some therapy. You might go back to a place where you are coming from or where you lived, connecting more with your mother, with your grandmother. The grandmother could be very significant here. Yeah. So let's see what energy defines the next year for you. Courage. For a second, I don't know why, but maybe this will resonate with some of you out there. Courage the Cowardly Dog. You might have watched this cartoon recently. You might watch it with some children soon. Courage the Cowardly Dog is going to be significant. I feel like you're stepping into your courage. And it is because you trust. You're going to make a bold move because you're going to feel inspired. You're going to feel like the divine filters through you. And you're going to be able to stand up and speak. Maybe in front of an audience, maybe in front of a judge, maybe in front of students. You might deliver a lecture, a TED Talk. You might be creating videos, educational material. But it's going to be about emotions, healing, ancestry, your emotional roots, how you survived certain things, how you coped, how you dealt with the emotion work that you had to do in a personal connection. Peace. It's gonna be a year of deep inner healing. You could be having transits to your 4th house, your 12th house, your 8th house. These are the most intimate, spiritual, healing houses of the zodiac, traditionally governed by water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So peace, you're seeking your own peace, you're creating your own oasis of peace and prayer. Compassion, you're forgiving so many people. You're letting go, you're no longer focusing on what was given to you, what was taken from you. Yeah. You're letting go in the most beautiful way. Elegance. And you're stepping into a very refined version of yourself, an emotionally mature, a balanced, a wise person, one that is able to just feel into situations. You can just walk into a room and you can immediately know what this person in front of you wants to say or what they're about, or you can read their aura. It's like, this person has been through a lot, or this person can be a really good friend, or I don't feel that this is gonna be a good conversation, or hey, I finally found a mentor, you know? That kind of an energy. Dignity. You know your worth now. You know your worth, you know what you're not gonna put up with, and you know what you're gonna stand by. And I think that you're going to receive a lot of beautiful compliments in the next year. A lot of people are going to be coming up to you telling you, wow, you know, you're glowing, or there's something very beautiful about you. Yeah, I felt the need to caress my hair, you know, so you're going to feel like you're caressed by people's opinions of you after a period where potentially they were just very mean. Maybe you just wrapped up a transit of Saturn in the 3rd house. Your communications were challenged, or maybe Saturn in the 7th house. Venus conjunct Saturn, Moon conjunct Saturn. People can be really cruel with you when you're having these transits. And especially if you have them natally, you're dealing with people's unhealed underbellies most of your life. So let's see, moving this energy forward, what are the affirmations you can tap into at the moment to usher this energy in? This beautiful Queen of Cups energy. The Queen of Cups is gorgeous. You are gorgeous. So, trustworthy friends, yes. Thank you, angels, for surrounding me with people I can trust and love. Keep saying this to manifest them. Then we also have, yes, study and learning. Part of your healing process is going to be retreating in stillness so you can study, so you can learn. We have here, thank you, angels, for allowing me to see that every day is a learning day. Yeah, you're part of this big school of life. And you don't need a degree. The degree is having a group of people that love you and support you. That's spiritual gold. It cannot get more wealthier than that, than having friends, than having people that are kind with you, that are compassionate, that see you, that treat you with respect. Peaceful warrior, Archangel Ariel, the Lioness of God, is here to let you know that you will be blessed. All your efforts have been acknowledged by the divine masters, by the angels around you, and what you can say to usher this energy in is, thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace. Yes. So you're giving up the arguments. It's like, I'm not going to get into this battle with you, this argument. I am going to choose to walk away because I value my body, my feelings. There is a strong link between our bodies and our emotions, and how we process our emotions usually is shown in our bodies. So you're becoming very aware of this, and you're nurturing this. So this is beautiful. A period of study, a period of being a peaceful warrior. Yeah, this Shaolin master that I felt earlier. My hair is kind of like... Anyway, so this is not about my hair. Let's see. I want to pull a final card, a crystal card, top or bottom. Okay, I'm hearing bottom. So the crystal that can help you in this year is muscovite, yeah, or muscovite. So what is it? Heady muscovite, also known as common mica, acts as a navigation tool for explorers of the supernatural and synchronistic. This is what you're embarking upon, a journey into the occult. Who needs it? The pragmatic, empirical, and reasonable. Anyone who has ever asked themselves, how did I not see that coming? So that's why the conflicts and arguments, because Spirit was trying to get you into your intuition, and this is what you're going to be doing this year, trusting yourself like never before. When to use it? When I want to believe is your modus operandi. When you feel like you've been missing the signs. When you have a problem logic won't be able to solve. When you've blown the lid off with too much meditation, microdosing, or Moldavite, and you need to get a grip. So replace Moldavite with Muscovite, okay? That's the clue. So your affirmation is, develop your foresight. You have amazing abilities. So stop hiding them. Bring them out to the light. We need you. Okay? That was what I had for you, group 2. I really hope you have enjoyed this reading. Oh, such gorgeous Queen of Cups energy. I'd really like to befriend you as well, so let me know. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know if this resonated. I'm sending you so much light. If you want to get in touch with me for whatever reason, potentially a personal reading, maybe to purchase my Twin Flame novel, maybe to have a look at my other channel, you have everything you need in the description box below. And I truly hope I'll be able to see you in the next one. Bye. Hey group 3, hello my loves. Welcome to a reading on the topic of your life 1 year from now. This applies to you the moment you stumble upon this reading. So basically add up 1 year from the moment when this reading reaches you. This is for those of you that were drawn to this thunderstorm image with this road in the background. It has a caption here. I'm going to read it out for you because I have a feeling the words that you might find in this caption might inspire you. They might bring out something of you, or they might even actually mirror some of the circumstances within which you find yourself at the moment. Let's see. Photographer Jim Richardson raced a chain of thunderstorms from his home in Lindsborg, Kansas, through the Flint Hills. Quote, I stopped and the storm was on me, hammering rain, end quote, he recalls. 2 minutes later, the fury had passed, and a rainbow arched across the sky. So this is about coming out from the darkness into a world that is at peace and can support a rainbow. So I don't know why, but you might have been drawn towards the darkest image of the 3 I showed you at the beginning of this reading, but I have a feeling your reading might actually be the most optimistic of the 2 that I had previously. Well, the 3 overall. Oh, Mercury retrograde, what are you doing to my synapses? So let's see. I'm getting a very chill vibe. Maybe some of you are smoking something while you're watching this, okay? It's very chill. Maybe you just took a nap, or you're just very chill people, chill individuals, you know, my kind of people. So let's see. I'm using the Affirmators Tarot to try to understand what is the energy coming towards you in this coming year. What will you accomplish 1 year from now, or just basically reflect upon. It's slow and steady in the making. The cards don't want to jump. Now they did. You're going to come into a lot of realizations, and the more you're going to realize about your life, your role in it, the more the path is going to open up for you. It's almost as if you're going to find out how magical your mind is. The more these flashes of awareness, these insights that you're going to have, the more opportunities are going to be pulled towards you. So it's almost as if you're going to wake up one day and there's been this issue that you've been really struggling with or mulling over. And then all of a sudden, throughout the day, while you're doing something really random, you're going to have this, aha, I know, oh my God, it was right in front of me. Wow, you know? And then all of a sudden, based on that topic that you were thinking of, it could have been about your career, how to make more money, how to do something you love. It could have been about love. Why is this person not replying to your texts? Or why is this person such a blessing in my life, you know? Whatever it is that you're mulling over, an opportunity will come. A text message from somebody that you really wanted to connect with, maybe a job opportunity or an opportunity to make money that is dignified and decent and legal. So let's see. The cards that I have here for you, wow. The 10 of Swords. I did a reading yesterday and we started off with the 10 of Swords, but this is the energy. This is the energy we find ourselves in, and let's accept it, you know? Let's accept it and find out ways how to work with it. This is my credo, you know? We're not just going to take it lying down. We're going to work with it, yeah? We're going to empower ourselves. So the 10 of Swords, feeling a little bit betrayed, backstabbed by the people in your environment, feeling as if it's over, it's all over. This is a very dramatic card. I really love the explanation of one tarot reader that pointed out at one point that, you know, it takes only one sword to kill somebody. You don't need 10 of them. 10 is like drama, but it's a drama that is created by overthinking things. So maybe something has happened, something was said, and then you might have taken that to such an extent that you kept mulling over it, taking it apart, thinking about every little detail until you drove yourself crazy with anxiety. So now I feel that you are learning how to pull back from your own toxicity. Sometimes we can be toxic to ourselves. You know, sometimes we can be the culprits in our life's drama. So I'm not saying that you're toxic with other people, you're toxic with yourself, you know? And you're learning how to reframe your thoughts, how to catch them, how to nip a negative thought in the bud, or to transform it into an opportunity, you know, a source of strength. No, this person has not harmed me. I have just learned an amazing lesson. So this person is helping me. They're giving me a favor, you know, they're contributing to my growth. I am so excited. Obviously, there is, you know, if this has been something quite hurtful, there is the mourning process, right? Allow yourself this time to feel your feelings. Don't just put a lid on them, repress them, and think everything is great, you know, because you're going to turn into a robot. And it's not going to work for too long, you know. If we keep repressing things, they're eventually going to explode. Much like the crackers that I keep hearing outside. And I'm not sure why, guys, because we don't have a national celebration. Why are people out with crackers? It's not yet the New Year's Eve, you know. Anyway, sorry about that. This is not something I can control. And I think this is the lesson here. You're learning what you can control and what you cannot control. And how to control your own mind. How to make friends with your mind rather than have your mind constantly bully you and batter you down to the point where you are like this lizard, kaput. Yeah. So you're coming out, yeah, just like the image that you've chosen. You're coming out from these dark clouds and thunderstorms. I feel like some of you even developed like a mark on your forehead because you've been so, you know, overthinking things. But now I feel like you're doing some really important self-development, and you will be doing this in this coming fall or winter, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, in the coming spring and summer. Paradoxically, for you, this is going to be a moment of pulling within, of shining your light for yourself. You've been doing too much for other people, and I feel that this is why you felt backstabbed and betrayed. Maybe you're this kind of person that drew their sense of self-worth from wanting to help a lot of people, and you got your validation that you are a good person when other people said, thank you for helping me. But maybe lately people got really upset if you tried to help them, and you could not access that validation because Spirit was saying, my child, you're trying to look for your worth in all the wrong places. Come back to who you really are. You deserve a lot of wonderful things in life merely because you're here. You don't have to struggle so much. Because you might have actually upset or annoyed certain people by wanting to do too much for them. So you might have come across as controlling. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying that this is how other people perceived you. And then you took it personally, their rejection. You magnified it, and it led you to this 10 of Swords moment. Now you're going within, very bravely, you're starting to assess your qualities, the defects. What was my flaw in this situation? What decisions have I made that I can correct or maybe improve? And what was the other person's responsibility? It always, you know, it's a mutual communication, a relationship. It always takes two to tango, yeah? So maybe you're even sitting down and writing. You're writing your life story. You're writing in your diary. You're trying to keep track. Some of you are even going to see a counselor or a therapist because these issues have been really affecting your... for some of you, yeah, this is a period of treating a potential mental health issue that came up to the surface due to too much stress, you know? Maybe you were going through a cycle where you had a trauma and then you were re-traumatizing yourself by thinking about it so intensely. So you want to break the cycle, and very bravely, you're seeking help. And I feel the majority of you are going to go into this self help kind of mode. You're reading books on healing, on working with the unconscious, on reprogramming your mind. You're potentially listening to podcasts. You're listening to tarot readings. You're seeking healing. And you're going to be able to provide it to yourself in this year. I see it very clearly here. The Three of Pentacles, high five. Yeah, because people want to work with you. I feel that there will be a lot of opportunities to collaborate. People are just going to be like, come on, join the party. Come on, join, our dinner dates. Come on, come with us on this trip. You are always welcome to visit us. I feel like people really want you on their team, You're one of the stable pillar, You're one of the stable cheerleader that creates this pillar, better said. Wow, why am I tripping over my words? I feel like you're very self-conscious about that. If people say, we like you, we want to include you, you get a little bit flustered. Maybe because you've been lonely for quite a long time. Some of you had to go through this pandemic by yourself. And it might have felt like, why? Why me? Why do I have to go through this alone? And it was because you were growing inwardly. And in the next year, you'll have many opportunities to collaborate with people. Yeah, and this is going to be something that you're building, something tangible, material. People might give you food, they might give you clothes, they might give you a place to live in. They might say, come and write your book or finish your project, at my place. I have a spare room, or have a garden, or, travel. All you need to do is buy a ticket, Maybe you're reconnecting with some family, some relatives, that want you to help them out in reconditioning a house. Refurbishing, your old room. This can also be you're working as part of a team of researchers. You have a very set goal in mind to achieve. And they really want you to work with them because you have the necessary skills and abilities. And they really like you as well, You're a great person to work with. Definitely. And I see a lot of opportunities to work with others coming up in the next year. But you're going to have the inner strength to let go of this slight victim mentality. I don't want to put you on the spot. That's not my intention at all. But I feel like sometimes you can be your own worst enemy, my love. And you've got nothing to be afraid of. People want to work with you. But you might perceive yourself in a very harsh light compared to how other people see you, which is very collaborative, very friendly. A person that is quite optimistic. However, you might feel like this optimistic persona that comes out of you when you are in relation with other people is not really who you really are. It's almost as if you had to hold a front. So that's why you need to do this deep work to try to understand, where does this inner sense of dissociation come from? There is a light and dark play within you. Maybe even imposter syndrome at work that might get you to self-sabotage right when everything is working out really well for you. So this is a past pain that you're working with. I want to pull one more card. The Ace of Wands. Yes, new energy, fresh energy. So if you have started at the moment a mental health healing program, maybe you're taking, medication, maybe you're working with a therapist, you're like, I need to do this, this is it, this is the time, I have the resources, I have the space. Maybe the current pandemic has created the circumstances for you as well. I want to sit down and do the work. And the universe will support it. See? It's like, I'm reminded of the rabbit in Alice in Wonderland, right? The white rabbit constantly hurried, but also opening the path for Alice to jump in and start her adventure. So you will have allies on the way. Your friends might become your family in this period if you're struggling with family issues, if you're working through them. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel a companion is on its way. This can be a coworker of the same age as you that will be there for you over and over and over again. So I see here, as you're entering potentially a new team, as you're maybe expanding yourself and joining communities, you know, trying to shift your collective, trying to shift your social group, opening up to not being a hermit anymore. You're slowly, gradually going to make this transition from being by yourself to being part of a collective. And in this collective, an earth sign individual, right? So a very dependable Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus is going to take you under their wing, either as a boss, as a coworker that works very closely with you, as a friend, you know, that is going to talk to you, talk things through over cups of coffee, you know, or tea, or I'm just getting the sense of two people dressed in a lab coat sitting down on chairs during their coffee break and talking about everything. And this person is going to listen to you talk about a variety of things. So it's not just work. And whatever you're building now is really going to reap rewards next year. You're going to feel like you're still in that seeding phase. It's not going to be like, wow, my legacy has been established, but you're going to grow in your assets. So if you're trying to save up money for a house, if you're trying to earn more in your job, I see this happening, yeah? It's growing. We went from the 3 to the 7 of Pentacles. But you have to open yourself up to collaborations. They're going to be knocking on your door. All you need to say is yes. Yes, I want to do this. I want to take it on, yeah? So let's see. Further cards. I want to pull from the Santa Muerte and Elemental Oracle. What is the energy coming your way? My beautiful group 3. Power. Oh. So if you've been feeling, oh, I see what this was about. The bulliness that I mentioned at the beginning, right? You felt like you were at the mercy of other people, of circumstances, but your power is going to be restored next year. Maybe some of you are Libras or Pisces. Are super challenged in the last years. You're stepping into your power again. No longer will people treat you beneath your worth. Yeah. And I feel mostly it's because you're going to admire yourself. You're going to be doing this deep inner work and choosing to no longer self-sabotage. You're going to love yourself. Yeah. Without compromise, you know, without restraint. I'm going to do me. I'm going to be me. You're going to show them. Yeah, and I'm fired up as I'm saying these words. So let's see. Yeah, you're on a spiritual path. In case you're doubting it, here is your confirmation. You're on a spiritual path. This is your spiritual journey. We also have here hope. You're learning to have hope again. So, as I said, maybe the mental health problem came up because you were stressed from too many different sides. So there was like, you had a stress at work, a stress in your relationships, your loving connections, in your family life, maybe in your housing situation, and it just crashed, it crumbled. And now you're slowly putting yourself back up in the coming year, and you're gonna be filled with so much hope. Yeah, so 1 year from now, you're gonna feel like you're incredibly hopeful about the future. Like you will have a vision, your vision will return. Generosity. You're gonna understand that in order to create abundance, you're sharing yourself with other people. You're no longer blocking other people in a way in which it's kind of like, I'm protecting myself because everything has been insane. And I don't want to reach this moment again, you know? So next year, I mean, you're going from this to this, right? And you're gonna have a knight by your side, a slow and steady partner, romantic or otherwise, you know? This can even be a sibling that helps you out, gives you a hand, you know? So you're gonna feel generous because you will have resources. If at the moment you're struggling a little bit, next year you won't struggle materially, yeah? Because you're gonna say yes to all these collaborations and they're gonna fructify. You're gonna feel generous. You're gonna support other people's causes because you know what you've been through. You know, this solitude, this stillness, this sense of lack around you taught you a thing or two about abundance, wealth, true wealth. Friends, collaborations, other people responding positively to you. That is true of. Yeah, so I love this energy for you. This is really beautiful. I'm not just saying this, you know how sometimes tarot readers say, oh, this is so lovely. No, I love this energy for you. You're giving me life. It feels so good because the other two readings were a bit heavy, but I do need to say that even though they were a little bit heavy, I'm just feeling that there is a paradigm shift coming up next year, and half of the deck fell on the floor. Should I pick them up? Okay, no. Let's see. So what are the affirmations? What are the crystals maybe that you need to use to help you usher in this energy? Oh, I see Archangel Jophiel on the table. God bless. So Archangel Jophiel is the angel of beauty, inner beauty, outer beauty. It's also the angel of harmony. So we have here, thank you, Jophiel, for helping me discover my inner and outer beauty. So you might have struggled a little bit with self-worth, your sense of self-esteem might have been like, you might have compared yourself to a lot of people. You might have been a little bit sedentary as you were processing these intense feelings. Maybe you're feeling like your body has changed and you don't recognize who you are anymore. 1 year from now, you're gonna be looking back at this period and you're feeling so empowered, so beautiful. You love to look in the mirror. You love who you see in the mirror. Because you're gonna be doing a lot of work this year, not only to maybe eat better or sleep more, all these things that actually quiet down stress, and stress has a very transformative effect on our bodies, right? A stressed body looks unrecognizable from a healthy body. And you're understanding this, and you're honoring your beauty, you're setting appropriate boundaries, you're taking time off for yourself at the moment, and next year you're gonna feel like you're very at peace with who you are and how you look. You're gonna feel like who you are on the inside, what you feel, will be reflected very easily on the outside. Inner beauty, yeah? We also have Archangel Zadkiel, transformation. And the affirmation is, thank you, Zadkiel, for supporting me to transform from my past challenges. You will be shedding off so much. For some of you, you'll be shedding, skin, what? No, weight. For some of you, it would be weight, emotional pain. And as you're shedding and processing this emotional pain, you're shedding weight off of you because you don't need it. Your body movements won't be encumbered anymore. For others of you, you're shedding off material objects, things you don't need, things that have been dragging you behind. Maybe an engagement ring from a failed relationship, or what you thought was a failed relationship, but it was a blessing in disguise. It was spirit intervening to put you on the right path, right? So you're letting go of these things, yeah? Beautiful. We have another card. You got a lot of them. The miracle of nature. Thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. So in the next year, you will be spending a lot of time outdoors. Even if you live in the city, I'm getting a sense that you'll start going out to parks. You'll take up these walks. You're going to get into a really beautiful routine where you might even open the windows in your house more. You might get more houseplants. I feel like you might even travel to the countryside. Again, as I said earlier, maybe some people invite you to come to their place, to work in a peaceful, quiet retreat, an oasis of stillness. You're going to be doing this as you're processing your feelings, as you're shedding past emotions. You're stepping into your gorgeous beauty because you're doing all the spiritual work. You're not backing down. You're not engaging into toxic self-soothing behaviors. You're brave and you're like, I'm gonna do this work. I'm gonna do it. It's time. Because you don't want to suffer anymore. And final card. Let's see. So, bottom, top? Okay, top. So, let's see. This is Celestite. Yeah, Celestite. Gorgeous energy. So, what is it? Blue-gray celestite is a delicate sulfate mineral with airy, buoyant, blue cotton candy vibes. It gets its name from the Latin word for heaven. There you go. And if you close your eyes and ask nicely, maybe it will take you there. You're going to find your own piece of heaven here on earth in the coming year. Something that is your view of heaven, not the biblical view of heaven, yeah? So who needs it? Anyone brazenly ignoring the consistent inner voice that actually has some good ideas for how you might better handle this whole life thing. And when to use it? When it's time to stop and really listen. With celestite as a guide, you might be surprised as to what you hear. So your affirmation is tune into your serenity. It's kind of like the serenity prayer might follow you next year. Wow. There's a lot of spiritual growth in all three piles. This is what I had for you, group 3. I really hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure for me to read your cards today. I do hope you take really good care of yourself, and I hope this has inspired you to do so. I'm sending you so much light. My hair is crazy, but who cares? Take care. Bye.